There's like a thing. It's rotating.
Why did it sound one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
Boo. All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody in the UK. It is Saturday, February 5th, 2022. How are you? Well, it is the weekend. We're starting a little late today because I think this has to be the time now for Saturday since I wake up at 3 in the afternoon. So welcome to the show. Saturday in the UK is being moved to 5 p.m. Eastern now, which is 10, I think, your time. I tried to keep it on the same, but until I can get back to normal sleeping, for now, we'll do it at this time. I almost look invisible, like I'm just a floating head with the shirt on. Yeah, I didn't feel like putting on anything else. I've got 4 of these, 4 of the identical. They had a special on them, so I got 2 2-packs. So I got 4 shirts, and they're all the same. I love them. These are like they're like the keep you cool type of shirts. You know, like I think it's the 32 degrees is what they're called. Yeah. Anyway, here we are. Hope you had a great week. This was a very up and down week, I must add. Starting off on Sunday with Who's Lue. Well, it came out Saturday, but Sunday was the backlash. And then we've continued on our normal path of information. You know. What is that saying? You can keep a good man... Wait, a hard man is... good man is hard to find. No. You can work, but I forget what that thing is. What is that? It doesn't matter. Anyway, I want to welcome everybody to the Saturday in the UK show. So, what are your plans this weekend? Well, I don't know, but you may want to have a conversation with your friends, family, and anybody else who cares, because tonight I want to talk about if we already had disclosure. If you read the description I put in, it says it all. So we don't really need to discuss it anymore. That's it. It's over. The point is, with all the stories, photos, videos, and trace evidence that's been talked about, displayed, shown, hidden, and all that other stuff, all over the years, you know, we can say we already know UFOs exist. Because they do. We know that. That's an impossible thing you can't get away from. It's the aliens. I want to know if there are aliens, my friends. Is that disclosure? Does it have to be both aliens and their technology, or can it just be one or the other? Full disclosure is... we'll talk about it. Roll call, everybody. Ray, Charles Foreman, welcome to the show. Unidentified S4. I just got your, what is this? You sent me something here. Oh. Probably. Just to answer your question, unidentified, I think we'll come back to you. Welcome to the show. Sam-O! Hey, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Stu Gerson. Stu Gerson's the biggest man that's ever lived. He is the universe. I've been doing that for how many years? You are. You are everything. You're so big. FGraph72, welcome to the show. Paul Fahey, welcome to the show. Felicia the Beautiful Flores, welcome to the show. Dre and Glow, the show has you. Hey, good for you. Welcome to the show. Andy Cowley, what do you say there, Chief? Welcome to the show. Mike Rotunda, welcome to the show. All right, no more New York accent. I'm just going to be some dude. Ready? Denbub, welcome to the show. Samantha Morris, welcome to the show. Coral Ann, welcome to the show. Exopha Terrestrial, welcome to the show. Mr. DB Cooper, 77, welcome to the show. Graham McNeil, welcome to the show. Mike Rotunda, welcome to the show. I don't like it. I don't feel footloose and fancy free. Area 503, Manny! Welcome to the show. Mind blown over UAPs. Welcome to the show. Maz Socio. What is up? Welcome to the show. Alfie Joe Bob. Welcome to the show. Jennifer Siami. How you doing, eh? Welcome to the show. And CK. Welcome to the show. That's it. If I didn't say your name, doesn't mean I don't love you. It means can't get to everybody. Just know this. You're always welcome here on Goof On. No matter how much problem... What? No matter how many problems... Nah. But I want to get going here. Let's have some coffee in my alien cup. This one, too, is an alien... let's see if you can see it. It says here, when I start drinking it, it says skeptical. And then when you get down further, it says on the fence. And then when you get all the way down to the bottom, you become a believer. And then on this side, my family buys me these things for birthdays and Christmas and any of the holidays. And there's an alien right there. How you doing, eh? So let's drink our coffee. I'll mute myself so you don't hear the slurping, gurgling, and swallowing. Especially Uncle Fister. See that seeing UFOs license plate up there? It fell off the wall the other night. I'm going to go back to that show and see what happened because you can't see it. It's weird. There's two clear thumbtacks, one here and one here that it's sitting on. So I want to see if it fell forward, like it flopped over, or if it slid down, which wouldn't make sense. It would have to have been lifted and moved off. And at the time I meditated real quick. I went like this. And I was actually using my mind to contact aliens because I was talking about Dr. Greer and his CE5 event in April. So I paused the show, I got done talking and I just sat here. And if you were here, you remember it got quiet. I didn't say anything for about a 30-second period. And in my mind, I'm saying this in my mind, I go, tell me you're here. Show me you're here. Aliens, you got to show me. Show me, show me, show me. And I'm doing that over and over. Please, just let yourself, just tell me. And then I said, it doesn't work. The aliens, da-da-da. And then the thing fell. And it says CNUFOS, seeing UFOs. It's my license plate. So, what are the odds that would fall at the same time I was doing CE5 and denying it and saying it doesn't work, it's bullcrap? The odds of that happening are so slim to none that I almost want to believe that it really happened. Like the aliens made that thing fall down. And I think it was it 2 days ago? Let me see here. It was at the end of the show. Let me pull it up. Nope. It wasn't this show. It had to have been this show. Your mother's got monkey milk. Close. I hate that they do this. These small players that pop up when you accidentally... Shut up. Nope, it's not here. Where is it? I don't see it in this episode. That doesn't make sense. Then it's got to be here? Let me see if it's here. No, that was yesterday, right? Let's see. Let's see if it falls here. No, this was 2 days ago. That's not it. That is bizarre. Where's the show? Because the green screen was gone. I didn't have the green screen. That's Ryan Stacy's show. And then I said, did CERN move our universe? This has to be the show. But I don't see it. Something's going on here. Oh, it's high. You can't see it. Oh, it's just out of view. Here it is. I found it. Oh, no. I thought you could see it. Let me show you. This is crazy. That makes me so upset. Oh, I can't believe the odds of this not being on camera. Here it is. That's when it fell, and it scared me a little bit. Here, let's go back a little. It's up here. You can't see it. See, you can see it today, because I that's where I thought it was. But it's not. Watch. Let's see if we can see what happens. Watch up here. Get that out of there. Top left. I got nothing. I see something. They don't I see it. Me. I can see it looks like the shadows. I saw it. You can see a shadow moving. Just watch up here. It looks like you can see movement. Right there. You can see something. I got nothing. I don't talk to them. They don't talk to me. You can see right there. That is wicked. Oh my God, that is so wild. Oh, it's not on camera though. As I'm doing CE5, you're kidding. Right up here, watch. You see, I see something. I see a shadow from the light on the bottom. I can see it. What are the odds? It knew. Nothing. I don't talk to them. They don't talk to me. I see something. You can actually see a shadow in that corner. My hair. I need a haircut so bad. Something just fell. Oh. How did that lice? That's crazy. It wasn't on camera. It's almost as if. See, this is what bothers me about this phenomena. Dun 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 dun. Phenomena. Dun 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 dun. It's always out of the... It's like they knew it wasn't on camera. But I'm telling you, I could see... I don't see any shadow movement now, but in that video, it looks like there was some movement. And I'm wondering if I'm just imagining pixeling or something. Let me take one more look. That is just so wild. Watch up here in this corner. See if you can see shadow. See, I'm seeing a shadow in there. I don't see it anywhere else.
I got nothing.
There, I just saw something.
I don't talk to them. They don't talk to me.
There. You can see it. You can see a shadow. Something's moving right there. Oh, that is bizarre. Oh, that is bizarre. That is bizarre.
Something just fell.
That is bizarre.
How did that license plate fall off the wall?
That's impossible. There's no way unless it was lifted. And it didn't look like it was lifted. It looked like it slid. What I think may have happened, it was lifted off camera, and then it was released and slid down the wall or something. I mean, that's how it looked. What a bizarre time for that to happen. You know what I mean? I mean, just bizarre. You know, you see my hands. I mean, I didn't do anything. That is just so unbelievable. I love this. This is what is interesting about this paranormal world we live in. And what I was saying before I did roll call, it's like, do we have disclosure? And I want to say, no. We don't have full disclosure, or any disclosure. And I know some people are going to say, well, the government gave us disclosure by admitting that they had UFOs or UAPs 2004, 2015, 19, you know, they recorded and it was up on the news, and the Pentagon says that these 3 UFOs are real, and we all know those UFOs aren't real. But for the sake of the argument of whether or not it's disclosure, it is the government accepting and telling us that UFOs exist. Now, full disclosure is giving us all the intimate details of that first date. I was just quoting Chuck Woolery from The Dating Game. We'll be back in 2 and 2. Let's hear the details of the first date. Here's John. We don't know anything other than what is personal. I think disclosure comes in many different forms. I've just come to this conclusion recently in my life. I think disclosure is something personal. See, I think, for me, that I've had enough evidence and enough strange coincidences and things that happened in my life that I know for certain, without a shadow of a doubt, there's something else going on that we can't see, and very hard to record and very hard to document. So that's where I come from in all of this. I mean, I think it's real. I know there's a phenomenon, but when we hear somebody else of an authoritative, like an authoritative figure, if I could speak properly, it has a little more validity to your own experiences. You're like, yeah, I know. I can't believe they're actually saying that. I can't believe the government said UFOs exist. This is unbelievable, and that they documented it. They never said that before. You know, maybe we can thank Lue Elizondo for that. He did push that a little bit, but it didn't really help, because where are we now? Well, I want to play something for you. This is interesting. I am out of order than the order I wanted to go in, but I'll do it anyway. So Christopher Mellon was on The Hill, and he said, based on what we know about UFOs, aliens are the best explanation. Aliens. He said this. Let me show you. So here we have him. Here on the article, UFO expert Mellon makes the case for alien hypothesis. Rising is a weekly morning show. Show aliens gives a psychologist. Breaking news. I guess I'll just play the clip. I thought it said more. Check it out.
Released a bombshell report that rocked the UFO community. It confirmed that vehicles of unknown origin and capability are operating on a reoccurring basis with seeming impunity and in restricted U.S. military airspace to boot. The report also cited 144 incidents since 2004 in which the U.S. military detected
this
these
was from today, by
aircraft.
the way.
And while the government is seemingly taking the issue seriously, there's one military branch that has seemed to have gone AWOL on the issue: the United States Air Force. Former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense Christopher Mellon joins us now to discuss. Christopher, thank you so much for joining the show. So, first of all, why do you think the Air Force is not really saying much about this? I mean, this seems to be pretty big news.
Yeah, it's baffling. And from the beginning, it's been the U.S. Navy.
Hey, I got to stop this. Something happened for a second. My screen went off. I just want to make sure we're still here. Okay. Sorry.
It's been Navy videos. It's been Navy reports. They've been very quiet. There's been a traditional stigma in the Air Force. I think that's part of it. But this lack of responsiveness to this degree is rather baffling.
And do you think, why
is he baffled that they want to stay quiet on this? Just because he's talking about it? Andy Cowley with the 2.5-pound super sticker. Thank you very much for that. I usually don't stop just to say something like that, but it is a super sticker. So I took a breath and I thought I would thank you while I had the chance. So thank you, Mr. Andy Cowley. Everybody, don't forget to put your chat on live chat instead of top chat so you see everybody's comments. Andy Cowley with a dancing and yet happy lemon head person. That is a cool sticker. Thank you. A continuing supporter of Goof On. Grazie.
What do you think explains that silence? Is it just is there genuinely something that is being covered up? Or is it a kind of bureaucratic, well, we don't have to be transparent with you, who are you? We're the government, that kind of thing.
That's right. That's what it is.
So we don't know, but it does cause you to wonder if perhaps they're covering something up because...
I almost... Christopher Mellon is ridiculous here. For him to actually say, it seems like they're covering something up. Where's he been for the last 77 years? Under a rock? And why can't he get really nice looking, a nice headset instead of those POSs there that are crooked?
They released a report in 2015 identifying 1,800 incidents between 2010 and 2015 of unknown tracks of interest. Now this report comes forward and they seem to have virtually nothing to say and nothing to contribute. We know that F-15s have been scrambled. That's press reporting. We know that NORAD has hundreds of unknowns every year in the atmosphere and thousands in space.
Wait. We know that NORAD... Thousands? Thousands! Where is it? Where's the evidence? They don't show us anything. Do they? Thousands? Oh, I got to replay that. I mean, that is a little bit much for me to even listen to without getting mad.
Of interest. Now this report comes forward and they seem to have virtually nothing to say and nothing to contribute. We know that F-15s have been scrambled. That's press reporting. We know that NORAD has hundreds of unknowns every year in the atmosphere and thousands in space. It's rather bizarre that they claim, the UAP task force, they're still trying to get information from the Air Force after all these months.
Of course. This is what they do. This is what they do. Why does he act like it's new? See, this is how you know Christopher Mellon is corrupt. Yeah, and I know he's saying things that sound good, right? Him and Lue are trying to get into the good graces of the UFO community. The general public doesn't know anything. So anything he would say or Lue would say, the general public will take seriously because they don't know any better. And they'll say, wow, the government, people in the Pentagon are talking about UFOs and aliens. This is amazing. Yep, it is amazing. But don't be swindled. I think it's fantastic that we're talking about it. I love it. I love that we're talking about it, but it's a ruse.
Hey, Christopher, when did you first get interested in this issue? What was it that got you into it?
I was a young boy and saw a home video that essentially a neighbor had made, and it showed a large UFO in broad daylight transiting through perfectly clear blue skies with just a few cumulus clouds. It went into one of those, disappeared, emerged out the other side, and it was stunning. I don't know what ever became of that, but that...
He said, when I was a young boy, a neighbor of mine made a video. Didn't record a UFO. He said he made it. Words are very powerful, especially if you're from the government. This guy. Listen to what he said. It's very compelling.
Clear blue skies. A home video that essentially I was a young boy and saw a home video that essentially a neighbor had made. A home video that essentially a neighbor had made. A home video that essentially a neighbor had made, and it showed a large UFO.
Great. A neighbor made it. So what is he saying? He faked it? No, I know he's not saying that. I know the neighbor didn't fake it and he just misspoke, but you can't. You can't misspeak when you're him. A neighbor made a video. So what does that mean? He edited it and put it together and showed everybody this UFO going through the clouds. Probably a balloon.
Curiosity.
So as the former Deputy Assistant Secretary of Defense, I think us average people believe that people like you that have had these positions should know what these things are.
Right.
And should know whether or not we've been visited by aliens and if,
That's right.
if we've got some of the bodies hiding in Nevada. So what is it? I mean, I know. It's
why do people laugh? Oh, God, I'm sorry I interrupted it, but I have to talk or else I'll, I'm fair using. That to me is absolutely ridiculous. It makes me angry that the guy in the background is laughing. The other news reporter. Listen.
Bodies hiding in Nevada. So what is it? I mean, I know.
This is why the mainstream media needs to get up, and they shouldn't be. If I was Mellon, as soon as I heard that laughing, I would have been like, gotta go. Don't make fun of me. Don't make fun of ufology. Don't laugh. It's not funny. It's not funny. People have died for this subject. People have lost their lives talking about this stuff. And the guy's laughing in the background.
Is it? I mean, I know it's kind of laughable, but I mean that's what we think. So who would know what these phenomenon are? If there is somebody in the government, would it be the Air Force? Is that why they're mum about it? Do you think, well, they know what's going on here, or who would know?
That's a real possibility. And the sudden interest after a half a century of disinterest on the part of the American people, the American public, the sudden surge of interest from Congress has got them, it seems, in a very awkward position. And they seem to be struggling to determine what to say about it and how to say it and to whom.
And why? Like, what? Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Who does that sound like? Why? Who's that guy? Who's the who sounds like that? We'll be back with NBC. This is UFO Talk with Christopher Mellon. This guy's all, look at that haircut, by the way. Hey, Stu Gerson with a $1 super sticker. Thank you, my friend. It's Stu Gerson throwing down the biggest and the baddest of all time. It's an upside down smiley face emoji. He's on... I don't know. You're a continuing supporter of GoofOn. Thank you very much for the support. That's right. You can help support GoofOn. We go 6 days a week or nights for the truth. And we are a super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App supported, even through Patreon. So all the links are in the description. Stu Gerson, thank you very much. Mucho gusto, generoso.
Where does this struggle come from?
Undoubtedly, there are some classified sources that they're very skittish about. And so they have concerns about revealing that. I'm sure that's part of it. There's also traditional bureaucratic resistance in the Air Force to anything associated with this issue. For example, we have Air Force pilots flying in the same test ranges as Navy pilots. The Air Force pilots have better instrumentation. They're not reporting the UFOs that the Navy is seeing in the same places at the same general time.
Yeah, well, maybe they have a different policy that's in-house and that they don't talk about. Look, hey, Air Force, don't talk about it. And besides, what did he just say? They have better instrumentation?
Pilots flying in the same test ranges as Navy pilots. The Air Force pilots have better instrumentation. They're not reporting the UFO.
You want to know why they're not reporting the UFOs? Because they have better instrumentation. Doesn't that make sense? They're clearer. Can't show the public that. And anything that they get on their better instrumentation is put away, hidden from public, hidden from even their own personnel. That goes to the higher ups, which either gets deleted or it gets put into an archive. And I think it gets put into an archive, which I heard Jeremy Corbell has been sneaking on to these ships somehow and getting his cell phone out and taking pictures of this stuff. Yeah, he's like 007. Worse. He's just 00. he's nobody, 00. All right. I think we get to the alien stuff here. He says aliens right around here, I think.
To talk about lapses in air defense than if you're the Air Force. That's an acknowledgement of mission failure, right? So if we
the
had
Air Force is going to be
submarines-
reporting sea creatures and the
right. Well, that's what
I know it's Christopher Mellon, and these people should be a little more respectful instead of joking around. Seriously, it's a serious subject, and they're joking. Oh. So I shouldn't joke either. All right, no more jokes. I will never, ever, ever joke again. I'm not making any promises, but they should not be joking around. Saying that the Air Force is going to get sea creatures and stuff like that. It's really ridiculous. And they're laughing about it at the same time. This guy... Not this guy, the co-host, the other guy. The lady's okay, but the guy's just being a jag-off.
what this report is like. It's very strange. We have a report on UAPs that comes in. It's almost all Navy information. It would be like a report on mysterious submarines off the coast of the United States, where all the reporting is Air Force and there's nothing from the Navy.
Mm.
There's no shame in getting your airspace.
No, that's not the same. That's not the same. If it was the same, anything that would be in the air would be reported by submarines. So he's got it wrong. I understand what he's trying to say, but it's a bad analogy. That's okay. The general public doesn't care. This guy, look at him. Jagoff. She's the only good one here. I want to hear him say the alien. I thought it was right here.
We're going to
What
find
is
out
the
we were
what-
subsidizing the aliens.
Oh, I missed it.
There are a lot of unanswered questions that are due, I think, from they're going to be receiving most likely from Capitol Hill, and some of them will be along those lines. How is this happening? Why is this happening? Some of it's going to be, why have you not been more forthcoming about this information and sharing this information? So I think there are quite a range of questions that remain unanswered.
We're going to
What
find
is
out
the
we were
what-
subsidizing the aliens.
Yeah.
We're authorizing NIH experiments there.
Oh, is that what
They were
it is?
trained at the
This-
School of
these are-
Americas.
I must have missed it.
So if we
The
had
Air Force is going to be
submarines
reporting sea creatures, and the
that comes in, it's almost all Navy information. It was off the coast of the United States.
There's no shame in getting your airspace invaded by an alien. Well, like, why do they think that they're going to get hauled before Congress and be like, how did you allow these aliens to, like, get into your zone outside Hawaii or whatever?
There
Anyway, that's that. Rich. Jennifer Siami, thank you for the $5 5-pounder. Rich, you included perhaps, I have had paranormal experiences all my life that I choose to keep to myself. Yes. Please. If you feel you can't talk about it, don't. The reason is, even if you told family and friends, they will look at you completely different for the rest of your life. Rest of your life. I do recommend that if you do have any paranormal experiences, and if you have a feeling that you shouldn't talk about it, don't talk about it. Only talk about it when you're confident enough and secure enough. Excuse me, drank that coffee way faster than I usually do. Confident. Look, because people are going to look at you differently. When I first came to Florida, and I went over to my... Thank you, Jennifer. You're a continuing supporter of Goof On, as always. Mucho gusto. Generoso. When I first got to Florida, people knew what I did because my mother talks. They see me on the internet and everything. But there were people who didn't know me, didn't know what I was about. So I walk into my cousin's house and 25 people are there, all relatives and friends of the relatives and husbands and wives and children, probably 25, 30 people. And, some sitting, some standing, in a big room, kitchen, living room, eating area. And I go through the front door, I take 2 steps in, I see my mom and dad, I wave, and I hear a voice say, "Are you the UFO guy?" And I'm looking, and she goes, "Are you the UFO guy?" This little woman sitting in the chair. And I said, maybe. Oh, and I said, yeah, it's me. And then all of a sudden, the conversation that was mumbling in the room and you hear all that, it just went, pew. And all eyes were on me for a second. And I'm looking around, I go, it's okay, I'm a little skeptical. I'm a skeptical person, and it was weird. When I would introduce myself to people throughout my walking through and meeting people for the first time, it was almost as if they were hesitant, like, hi, And I'm like, oh, your cousin Matt. Hey, Matt, how you doing? You saw aliens? I said, no, nobody ever said I saw aliens. Nobody ever said that. You hear me, you little 6-year-old? You haven't even lived. I have more experience than you're alive. No, I didn't. It's weird. It's weird. You don't want people knowing if you're not ready for that kind of attention. It's uncomfortable. And it is very hard for me to feel uncomfortable. But when family and friends look at you and they're like talking about, He sees aliens? Yeah, he's got a show. He talks about it, I guess, everything with aliens. Has he seen or recorded? I don't know, but he seems normal from here. Why is it such a weird topic, isn't it? Such a weird topic. Here's Area 503. Put a post up today on Twitter, or a tweet on Twitter. You know, his movie, Who's Lou, was taken down temporarily. So he just has to edit a certain segment out of it and then re-upload it when it's safe. He's talking to YouTube as we speak, so, well, not this second, but so Who's Lou will become the #1 Lue Elizondo movie when he reposts it. It has garnered more attention just because it got removed than it ever has. Everybody knows about it. And when he posts it again, I am going to do everything I can to make sure everybody on the planet sees. I will open up accounts to places I don't even belong to. That's how mad I am. That's how much I want that movie to be out. Area 503 says this, and this is how you know everything we learned about TTSA came from the day they had the empty presser. Remember when they announced that TTSA was bringing Lou? Remember that? Here, in the movie, Manny says, I spoke about an empty presser and many other alarming questions raised around Elizondo, and by association, Mellon, DeLong, TTSA, you're on the spot about that staged press release that was 100% propaganda, innuendo, and embellished truth. Remember, they walked up on stage. You don't hear a chair squeak. You don't hear a mumble. You don't hear a camera shutter. Nothing. It was an echo. They walked along the stage and you can hear their shoes as if they walked into the largest tunnel or open room, which is what they did. There was nobody there. It was worse than what Anjali did. Worse. Because all these guys are sitting there acting like there's people in the room. And Elizondo, when he made his little speech, I'm Lue Elizondo, and he's looking around as if there's people in the room. While there's a teleprompter on the ground, you can see Tom DeLonge reading it. You know, they all glance down. You know, when there's a teleprompter, they go, da-da-da-da, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What are you looking at? Just talk. This should be natural for you. It's something you've been doing your whole life. Not Lou, though. Not Mellon, though. Not anybody else, though, except for maybe Hal Puthoff, though. Christopher Mellon selling TTSA stocks on the stage of an empty auditorium by using a misrepresented hoax UFO picture. Yes, sorry, I have the screen small. TTSA gained millions of their funding solicitations and is now a defunct entity. Yeah, they got a lot of money from solicitations, fake shit, making believe they were going to build a UFO that is transmedium, space, rock, dirt, water, snow, ice, the sun. It can go through it all. All you have to do is look at him to know he's dirty. And for a guy who's a multimillionaire, that is one awful looking jacket or coat. Awful. He's got the one button all the way down right above his belly button. He should have tailored suits. If I have them, he should have them. No, I don't have them. But if I did have a suit, it would be. Right? Do you remember, if you saw the movie, you saw Lou get up on that stage and look to the left and look to the right and make his little sourpuss that UFOs are in fact real. Nobody's here. Meatballs. All right, I'm gonna have you guys look at a video real quick here. All right. Check out this UFO video. This one came from, well, I don't know, another part of the world, maybe. This comes from Think Tank on Twitter. And Guj.
Momento épico, cabrón.
Un momento, porcattetto totale sancira. Botta resala, vaffanculo, frighi bella puttana.
Un ovni.
OVNI.
Ya no identificado.
Tiki Tau. Look at this thing, though.
Independencia hoy día, weón, va a quedar la cagada, quizás enfrentar, weón. O será Goku, weón.
First of all, you can tell that this was done by J.J. Abrams. Lens flares are a very, very good thing. I'm joking.
¿Qué está haciendo la Genkidama, weón?
God, listen to that camera. It's grinding the dust in the gears.
Mira, weón.
Mira.
Voy a darle todo el aumento, weón. 126, weón.
Yavapai County. Machida para pinga.
Mira, Cali, cómo se ve aquí en la pantalla.
Tony
Ven a ver,
Montoya?
Leo, mira cómo se ve aquí en la pantalla.
He says it's Tony
weón,
Montoya. First of all, whoops, that figures, right? First of all, this isn't the shape. Okay? I don't want everybody to think that this is the shape of the UFO, because it's not. This is out of focus. Capiche? I know you're going to say, but it looks in focus. But it's not. It's a little bit out of focus. Just a little. And not only that, if it's a bright object, it is going to flood the remaining or everything around it. This looks real to me. It looks like it's a real object, doesn't it? You got to look at here, the way it's pixelated. It's impossible to know 100% if this is real or fake until you look at the data, the actual video data, letters, numbers, all that shit. I think this is real. I think it's really there. You can also see see that dot that's flying around? That thing?
No sé, pues, weón. Estoy grabando, weón.
If you point your camera, and look, it depends on the type of camera you have. Don't get me wrong. Not every camera will put the same image up in front of you. When you get this close, what you're seeing here is the same effect. That swirling, you'll get that same effect if you do this to a star. Now, with a star, you're going to say, oh, it's the atmosphere swirling around. Is it? It also does it with street lights, car lights, and other bright lights. This effect is common in many cameras. This swirling. It's not electrified or plasma based. I mean, for all we know, it's a balloon. Jefe. I don't know what it is. But to me, it looks like it could be an energy orb. Maybe from the ground right there. Maybe there's tectonic plates or something. I know they usually don't last like this, sit there and undulate or whatever it's doing. But, yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
Un ovni. Un objeto que brilla ya no identificado. Puede que sea el día de la independencia hoy día, weón. Va a quedar la cagada, quizás enfrentar, weón.
What do you guys think? Let me see what you guys are saying.
Será Goku, weón, que está haciendo la Genkidama, weón. Mira, weón. Voy a darle todo el aumento por los 126, weón.
Right. It does look just like a guitar pick. And this guy is saying, why would you say that? What does your ass have anything to do with this? I don't get it. Oh, you must be one of Fistler's boys. No, I'm joking. That, what I said by real, see, this is the problem I have with people. They don't listen to me. Now, I can understand why. I don't even like hearing my own voice. Look, what I said was, this is a real object. And then I even said, probably a balloon. I don't know. It's stationary. It's not moving. I don't see any fake digitalized pixelation. I don't see a square, a cutout, an overlay. It looks like it's there, especially when we see the reflection of the bright light in the lens, creating that little white ball you see dancing around. That's what I said. I didn't say it's a real alien ship, if that's what you mean. And pass. Now, you got to take what I say and don't make up what you want to hear. It's a real object. If that's not real, that's pretty good CGI if it's CGI. To zoom in like that, to have the reflection, that white dot.
Ven a ver, culiao, mira cómo se ve aquí en la pantalla. Es un triángulo, weón, mira. Es un triángulo, weón, mira.
Yeah, that's a pretty good UFO. It's not, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I think it's real. Yeah. What is this? Did you see that? Yeah, did you see this beam coming out of that object there? Did you see that? Look, what is this? What is that? What is that? Look. Is that the land? Oh, it's a road. You see? Pareidolia. That's a road. Is that a road? Yes, because there's another one there, another one there. That almost got me. Almost got me. Got to pay attention to what I'm saying. Don't hear what you want to hear. All right, here's a sighting. I'll do another one because this one's short and annoying. SAUAP. I believe it's San Antonio UAP. Yeah, it is on the ground, right? Yeah. You're not talking about the object, right? I already deleted it, but you're not talking about the object on the ground. You're talking about the road. Yeah. I think where there's a delay in the time. Yeah, about 20-second delay. Thank you for the 5-pounder. You are 100% right. And I'll do this because for all the super chats that we were getting today, but I did not do this because, I'm in the middle of explaining some things. So here you go. Thank you, everybody. And recently, Jennifer Siami for the 5-pound super chat. English. And a happy mucho gusto. Generoso. Giddy up. Thanks, Jennifer. Continuing supporter of Gufan. You know, you do a lot of support for UFON. You got a good head on your shoulder. She do. No, nobody like it. I swear to God. Swear to God. The only thing I don't break is my word and my balls. Here's a sighting we got from Twitter. From unidentified San Antonio. These people are out of their freaking gourd. I want to reiterate. UFO Twitter, Lue Elizondo, AFS Unidentified UFO Reddit, just my videos in relation to my previous tweets. The debunkers This is happening in South Africa, February 2nd. Coastal. Have someone seen similar elsewhere? Ugh. Watch. Tell me, what do you think this is? I mean, seriously, folks. Why? 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 Post this. You love it? It's a flock of birds, bats. It could even be balloons in a wind tunnel, for all we know. That's birds. Sparrows. Sparates. Thank you. Hey, third phase of moon. What's up, third phase of moonbeam? Flock of birds being lit up from the spotlight below. Yep. That's all it is. Spotlight, ground lights, whatever lights. It's definitely not UFOs. Grazie, third phase of moon. Grazie, good to see you. Eh? What's up, everybody? And that's all I'm going to say about that. That's it. Not in the mood for that one. Spent too much time on the other one. Now, this is live. I just wanted to show a little bit of regular news. Nothing political is going to come out of my mouth. But this is from Ottawa. Remember the 3 million people that were on the way there with the convoy to dispute the mandate? Now here's what's going on over there.
People throwing out their trash.
I guess they were live. And all these trucks, all these people, I mean, it is just getting ridiculous out there. Wow. What a movement. I said something like that yesterday. I'm not going to say anything about that now. I can't believe that the book of Boba Fett turned into The Mandalorian. Thank God. Although I like the book of Boba Fett, but why is The Mandalorian that much better? It just is. I don't know, but maybe the book of Boba Fett will get better. I like the story. I don't hate it, but I'm not seeing this vicious guy that I thought he was, this killer. He seems more like, more passive and more negotiative. Negotiatory? Is that a word? I want that to be a word. I'm going to type that in. Negotiatory. Let's see if that's a word. It is a word. To confer with another or others in order to come to terms or reach an agreement. Oh, that's negotiate. Negotiatory. It's an adjective of or pertaining to negotiation. Her posture is shocking, and it betrays her negotiatory position immediately. I knew I was smarter than I look. That's a word. Check. Now, as far as the book of Boba, the last episode, I got chills so much just watching it. Literally, like I was welling up with happiness and with tears. It's just, for me, Star Wars is probably my favorite of all things when it comes to movies that were made. It's just unreal. It takes me to a place that I want to live. But when they brought Luke Skywalker in and made him look young, I couldn't believe how awesome it looked. And people are saying it looked fake, as they were saying it looks horrible. Look, I know not in a still image you can't tell. They have some work to do, but I would say it's about 85% undetectable from a real person to this. The eyes still look like there's no emotion sometimes, like they're just balls there. It's really weird. I can't explain it. You just have to understand that technology to know what I'm saying. But I thought they did great. They stayed far enough away from them, except for a few parts that there wasn't a lot of movement, that to me, it did the trick. I thought Luke Skywalker was 30 years old again. Or whatever. He even had the black glove on his right hand when Darth Vader cut it off. I couldn't believe it. Because this story is right after the Return of the Jedi, when they destroyed the second Death Star. Remember in that movie, Return of the Jedi, when they were rebuilding the Death Star and we saw it halfway built? Was that the coolest thing ever in the history of movies back then? That was the best thing I've ever seen. I mean, to this day, I remember watching that and going, this is the greatest movie. And I thought number 2 was the best one, but 3 was really, really good. I wish they didn't bring the Ewoks in like they did. But I don't know. It was just weird. But for me, I thought 2 was the best. They all have different feelings. Like the first one, nothing will ever top that. The feeling you got when you first saw Star Wars. And then you're reading it and oh my God. And then you found out there was going to be a part 2 or whatever, 5. And then the graphics were a little bit better. Everything was a little cleaner. The sound was even crisper. And then part 3, forget about it. Those lightsabers were unbelievable. The fight scenes were better. They were throwing stuff around with their hands. Darth Vader was just unbelievable. And the Emperor. Man, what a great movie. And when it started out, when they had to go get Han at Jabba's place. Oh, $20. Easy_E_021. Anybody know why Richie did Bobby Lupo? Huh? That's $20 right there. That is a very nice of you. Support. You know, I don't know what they did with Bobby. What did they do with Bobby Lupo's body? Because Richie did kill him, right? Right? Richie did get Bobby Lupo. Huh? Yeah, it's true. Anyway. Well,
Richie. Huh?
Don't say a freaking word. Don't say.
I'm gonna keep coming back until somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Shut up. Shut up. Don't say anything. Okay. Okay, he's gone. Oh my God, he's gone. Unbelievable. Thank you very much for the support. Wild Ascension with a $5 super chat. Wild Ascension, the mothership. That's a nice picture of you. Imagine if Mario and Luigi made an appearance on Star Wars. They'd kick ass with them fireballs. I never thought of it that way. They should do a mashup, right? Just have them in there as characters, like you see them in the background or something, and you hear doot 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 doot, you know, they're eating mushrooms, and they get bigger as they're eating them. It's true. I love that when you get killed. I think the best sound effect for when you get killed is still Pac-Man. Right? It's one of the best ever. It's almost like right? It is. Of course it is. Thank you very much.
Richie?
Jeez, he's back.
Huh?
Shut.
I'm gonna keep coming back till somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Shut up. Don't say anything. He's gone. Unbelievable, this guy. Unbelievable. Thank you, Wild Ascension, the Mothership, and everybody, continuing supporters of GoofOn. Grazie for you, Thank you, everybody, for your super chat, super sticker support. And all over Star Wars. Mucho gusto, generoso. So stupid, aren't I? Oh my God, what am I doing? All right, so we got Luke out of the way. We got the Canadians. Oh, did you hear about this? Some guy is facing criminal charges after plowing through a group of protesters that are taking part in the Freedom Convoy of truckers protesting the mandates. Unbelievable if somebody did that. That is just unreal. What assholes, right? So The Guardian, of all places, tweeted this today on Twitter. And I don't like it. Something's coming. Is America finally ready to take UFOs seriously? Where the F have they been? Can you imagine being an employer at The Guardian and this comes out today? Where have you been? They have. We are taking it seriously, you dipstick. Dipstick. That's an Arizona term. Actually, it's a mechanics term, but you know what I mean. Look at this. UFO watchers say 2022 could prove to be a bumper year as clamor for details grows in the wake of a highly anticipated... The report already came out, you jackassholes. Last year was a breakthrough time for UFOs as a landmark government report prompted the possibility of extraterrestrial visitors to finally being taken seriously by everyone from senators to a former president to the Pentagon. I can't say Trump. But 2022 could be even more profound, experts say, as the clamor for UFO disclosure and discovery continues to grow. Wait a minute. No, forget it. And as new scientific projects bring us closer than ever to potentially discovering non-Earth life. Now, in June, the Pentagon released a highly anticipated report on UAP, the now preferred nomenclature? What is that? Nomenclature? I don't like that word. Nomenclature. How do you say that? It's not in my dictionary. By some of the extraterrestrial community, which found more than 140. The report came blah blah in all new science report UFOs has longtime skywatchers excited. Nick Pope. I'm confident that in 2022 is going to be a seismic year for UFOs, said Nick Pope, who spent the early 90s investigating UFOs. He didn't! He didn't investigate UFOs! Jackasshole. I think we'll see a congressional hearings on UFOs, Pope said. I also think we'll see the release of more U.S. military photos and videos of UFOs and associated documents. Some of this may come via whistleblowers, but much of it may be released by the government itself, either proactively or in response to requests under the Freedom of Information Act. That's hard for me to do that voice. Finally, I think we'll see more high-caliber witnesses coming forward, including commercial airline pilots, military aircrew, radar operators, and intelligence officers with direct knowledge of this subject. It was a group of pilots that brought to the issue to the fore in 2021 in a breakthrough interview with 60 Minutes. Members of the U.S. Navy lined up to recall their experiences of encountering UFOs on America's coasts. It happened so frequently that the encounters became more commonplace, Ryan Graves, a retired Navy pilot, told the CBS show. Every day, Graves said, every day for at least a couple of years they saw UFOs. Hold on. He said... It says here it was a group of pilots who brought this issue. Hold on. Members of the U.S. Navy lined up to recall their experiences. Do you see the bullshittery in this article? They didn't line up. Lining up means you've got a lot of people. They were not lining up to tell their stories. How many people came out and told their stories from all of these incidences? 10? 10? How many? Graves. I'll tell you how many. David Fravor, Alex Dietrich, Kevin Day, Ryan Graves, the guy who has the junior with his name. He was here just a week ago. I can't remember his name. Who else? Who else? 5 people. I'll say 6 just to be safe. That's not lining up. 6 people. Out of all those events. Lining up, lines around the block. It's as if they were waiting for the release of Star Wars. There were so many people. Still, the clamor for information has grown, so has interest from the scientific community, and in 2022, a slew of new projects will launch specifically aimed at detecting alien life. A slew? A slew is more than 3. I only know of one, the Galileo Project. The AOI MSG. All right, you got 2. You got The Office, but that's already there. Come on. They've already been studying UFOs, group or no group. They already got people. Excuse me, poor English. They already have people researching UFOs. Here's a tweet from Priscilla Stone, of all people. Never heard of her. Trigger, maybe offensive post. Why is it socially acceptable for people to take drugs to enhance the longevity of an erection, but not socially acceptable to take a drug to expand one's consciousness? I'll take an open-minded man over a 3-hour-long schlong. There's somebody who hasn't had it the right way. That's what that means. You know, when you get older, that 3-hour erection may not be the same for some anymore. May not be what they're thinking of anymore. However, if I were anybody, I would rather take a drug that would make me open my mind. How cool would that be? Ayahuasca for me, please. Ma! Ayahuasca balls! Quick! We'll be tripping out here in a moment. I wish. Someday I will do that. And I will record it. I'll probably throw up and everything, but hell, I want that experience to be here. This is interesting. Do you remember when Nick Pope last year was on, I believe it was Fox, where he said the FBI and the CIA, we had the worst. What did he say? It was the worst security that he's seen, protection from information and hackers that he's ever seen since 9/11, or I don't remember how he worded it. But here he is now from The Sun saying, and this is from an article too, but here he actually tweeted, UFOs, Chinese and Russian military drones, extraterrestrial probes. Different sightings have different explanations, so the two possibilities aren't mutually exclusive. But whatever people believe, it's a national security issue. There, that's what he said. This has been the worst national security issue. Not issue. Correction. Issue. It's an issue. We've got a security issue. Yeah, that's how they say it over there. Ask Ollie. By the way, Alien Addict is doing great. Yeah, he's fine. He'll be back coming up the next week. I think he's got a show next Thursday with me, Lee from Must See Audio, and I think one other person. But he's doing well. Thanks for asking, by the way. So here it says mysterious UFO sightings could really be Russian and Chinese military drones. You motherfuckers! Motherfuckers! I've been saying that from day one. And now they're saying it as if it probably is, which is what I've been saying. Oh, I am just out of my... Do you see how they do this? Do you see how they drip the information out? I got to tell you, this is a victory for Giordano. War of the Worlds. Mysterious UFO sightings could really be Russian and Chinese military drones and huge national security issue. Expert warns. Nick Pope, who investigated UFOs, said the issue of UAP phenomena has gone dark since the Pentagon's report was published in June. Let me tell you something. Jack. I swear on my own life they're listening to what we're saying here. This is exactly what we've been saying. I've been saying since the end of June. Since that report came out, nothing has happened. And now Nick Pope is going out and saying exactly what I've been saying? Oh my God, what a victory. Unbelievable. Nick says, the UFO community boils the debate down as you must either believe it's aliens or drones. I think the real world is more nuanced than that. It's not a binary situation, and it's perfectly possible to imagine a scenario where the sighting could be both Chinese and Russian drones and aliens. It's not as if these are mutually exclusive. The former Ministry of Defense said the UFO debate gets simplified because of human nature. Yeah, right. Pope warned that the U.S. may be behind its rivals in trying to explain the mysterious sightings. Yahoo! That's what I've been saying. Last year, researchers in China used artificial intelligence to analyze mysterious objects in country's airspace, the South Chinese Morning Post reported. Oh, what? Wait. I just read an article yesterday that says the U.S., the Pentagon, Navy, whatever you want to call it, whoever's studying UFOs, is going to use AI to analyze data taken from satellites with pictures from, and they're going to use AI. Gee, that article just came out yesterday or the day before. China did it last year. We are behind. Oh my God, I can't believe it. In 2 days, back to back, within 24 hours, I just read an article that says we're going to get into the AI realm and try to look at all of the data from satellites, see if we can see any mysterious objects. Meanwhile, China already did it a year ago. All right, look, we can say this. I even just thought it. We probably already did it. But the fact that they're admitting that they haven't, yeah, I mean, that's on them. I didn't say it. They're saying it. This is amazing. I can't believe how I'm leaving that article for myself. I'm very excited about that article because it validates everything we've been talking about forever about the threat. Since Lue came out and said there was a threat, I've been saying no. Greer, no. Third phase of moon, no. Area 503, no. Truth seekers, I don't know. But the threat is real. And we've been saying it, that the threat is probably China. Why do you think a year or two, maybe 3 years ago at this point, that the U.S. Navy, our military, stopped taking drone technology from China? Specifically, DJI. Unreal. The reason is because they were using those drones to infiltrate our infrastructure, to see what we do, when we do, how we do. Wild Ascension, the mothership, with a $2 super chat, says someone in chat called him Nick Pope. Pick Nope. That's good. I even said it wrong. I'm so used to it. That's cool. Pick Nope. What a great freaking thing to say. From now on, he's Pick Nope, if I remember to say it. Thank you so much, Wild Ascension, the mothership, for $2. Very, very, very funny. What's the next one? Jennifer Siami, £5. You were always right, Rich. I want to put it on record. We were here talking about I want to put it on record. We will hear about Turkey. Don't ask me why. Like, you want it on record. Don't ask me why you want it on record. Oh, okay. You're putting it on record. Got it. Very good, Jennifer. Yeah, I got it. I'm a little slow. All right? I'm a little slow. Thank you very much. Hey, both Wild Ascension, Jennifer Siami, recently for those super chats. I appreciate it, and I want to give you this. Thank you. Agush. A little different. I'm a little different. Thank you very much. And both, mucho gusto generoso, continuing sopporto. I feel really good. I can't believe it. They're talking. They're saying exactly what we've been saying now. My God. See, that's what happens. They know the truth. They know. They know. They knew the whole time. And now Nick Pope is now saying it's possibly alien. No, he didn't say that. No, he said that these UFOs could be China or Russian technology. That's better than ours, and that we're behind them. I said that. I said they're the ones that have the hypersonic rocket that went around the world, took an hour, missed their target just by 24 miles. That's pretty close considering it went 25,000 miles around the world in an hour. Where our hypersonic rocket only went, 16 seconds? What was it? 9 seconds? Yay! Jagovs. Anyway, on a lighter note, don't miss this. Greg Newkirk tweeted today, phenomenon Phenomenacon. That's fun to say. Returns for another weekend of incredible lectures on everything from voodoo to ufology to Bigfoot, which is bigfology, by the way. Start using it. I give everybody permission to say bigfology. And everything in between. It's the only Paracon you can attend in your underwear without being escorted out by security. Join us on February 25th. Oh, I thought it was an actual... Wait a second. They're charging? $15? And who do we get for $15? Who's Lilith Dorsey? Oh, Amy Bruni. She's really nice. I like her. I like Adam Berry too. Mihara Starling. Cliff Barackman. He's good. I like Cliff. Although, he's the BFRO guy, right? Yeah, I think he believes way too much. Mark Pilkington, not familiar with. I know the name. Greg Newkirk. All right. Dana Newkirk. Peter Bebergal. I don't know that guy. Roz Hernandez. That is... I don't know. Kristen Anderson. Will Rogers. Magolan Kelly. Keelan Matthews. I don't know this last row. I don't know from Peter down. I don't know nothing from no Peter down. Interesting. What do we got here? Jennifer. Hey, what? Another one? That's the same one? Why is that back up? That's weird. Hold on, Coral. I'm doing something real quick. Scrolling. Here we go. Brian Kegler with a $5. It's not drones. It's computer chips and backdoor comms to China. USA DOD has had AI since... Yeah, I know that. But what's flying there, Brian? Brian Kegler with a $5 super chat. A very nice continuing supporter of GoofOn. But computer chips... don't fly. Computer chips don't fly or show up in our airspace. So I'm a little confused by that. Are you talking about... I don't know. I'm a little confused. But thank you for the $5 super chat, though, man. Thank you very much. Magician, Joshua Logan. Magicians are great. If you're really a magician... you understand how hoaxes are probably done. I should have been a magician. For $5, magician Joshua Logan says, what explains Lieutenant Fravor and Colonel and company's Tic Tac encounter? China drone? Light field technology style hologram? I like that thinking. Wow. What if it really was a hologram? I'm going to tell you guys a story right now. And believe it or not, I don't care because it's true. It happened. And I don't know why my lips are... I mean, I brushed my teeth. I gargled. It feels like there's something happening. I don't know. What is that, poltergeist? What am I doing on this show? All right, thank you very much. And for everybody who just super chatted, Magishua. That's freaking hilarious. Magishua, Logan, and Brian Kegler. Grazie. Grazie, Magishua and Mr. Kegler, for your super chats. Under 17, not permitted without parent. Thanks, guys. Here's a story. of a man named Brady. Busy with 3 boys of his own. They were foreign and not domestic, as if they were alien, till the one day when the boys met the ladies, and they knew they were much more than a barrel, that this alien group would somehow be a family. That's the way they discovered the UFO bunch, the UFO bunch. It didn't work. That's why I should not be saying words. I had a very interesting story. I told it a couple of times. And I think it was in 2004. I don't remember, but it was when I first got into this field. And I was outside every day. And the reason I like the theory that it could be hologram stuff or light technology, whatever you said there, Magicua, I was about to go into the house and I looked up at the sky, and it was around, I believe, around 11 o'clock in the morning. And I see a grid. Now, this is how it happened. You know how there are overhead projectors? Remember when you were in school and the teacher would slide that clear paper on top of the glass with the light under it, and it would go through the magnifier onto the screen? It looked like the whole sky, everywhere you looked, there was longitude and latitude lines, and I watched it slide into place, and it looked like somebody took it and was trying to get it aligned, because it went in and then it looked like it was just adjusted a little. I called my wife, who was 5 feet away, and I go, honey, hurry, get the fuck over here, hurry, look up, tell me what you see. And it was already dissipating. And she goes, oh my God. I go, what do you see? What do you see? She goes, a bunch of lines. Oh my God. I tried getting the phone on. Back then it was a flip phone, a T-Mobile. And by the time I got the camera up and ready, it was gone. Yeah, there was a camera on that phone. Because my other camera, I was leaving. So I had already packed my car with the camera. And I brought the dog outside to go to the bathroom. And then I saw it as I was going back into the house. That is the most unbelievable thing I think I've ever seen. Well, other than the ball of light that came into the house. But in the sky, that is the most unbelievable thing I think I've ever seen. How is that even possible? It was like, exactly like I described it. It's as if the sky was the screen. And I looked everywhere, and the lines were everywhere. Isn't that weird? And then they dissipated. It was so bizarre. It was as if there was a grid put up in the sky around the earth, and then it disappeared within 5 seconds. I saw it being put into position. It's what it looked like. Yeah. I knew to call my wife. Thank God she was there. We talked about that for the longest time. She and I have seen the craziest things together. Absolutely. She went into this field because of me. She wasn't in it. She didn't do research. But she's been with me when we saw some strange things. And of course, where our house was, we were right at I believe, a intersection of where a lot of activity was. And that's where that's where the Phoenix Lights flew over. I lived right there. Jennifer, again, it's all planned, Rich. And U.S. had the same technology as China, I'm sure. More fear to control the masses. New World Order. I don't know. You may be right, Jennifer. But that New World Order has been talked about at least 40, 50, 60 years. Maybe someday it'll be a thing. But I don't see how. I don't see we could have a one world government controlling all different parts of the world on different continents, mind you. Everything's fine. All right? Everything's fine the way it is, except for, all the... But the reason we have poverty, the reason we have problems is because of government. Okay? Who we kidding? They make us need them so they can control us. We'll give you all the food, water, education, everything you need. Doctor, as long as you do this for us. As long as you get the vaccine, you can go to this place. If you don't have Maxine Waters, if you don't have this vaccination, you can't fly anywhere. You can't go to certain grocery stores. You're not even allowed to go to the movies. You can't even go to dinner. How do you like them apples? Now get it and shut up. No, I'm not getting it. Thank you, Jennifer. Mucho gusto. Generoso. Exofa. Whoops. Sorry. I think I accidentally, by habit. Sorry. Hold on. Sorry, Coral. Yes, Lisa Sorensen for $5, a continuing supporter of GoofOn. The smell of vindication is sweet. Richie. I like when people call me Richie. You know who calls me Richie? People who care. And there's no T in Richie. I'm not Itchy Richie. I'm Rish. Thank you, Lisa Sorensen, a continuing supporter of GoofOn. There was one more I thought I saw, right? Thank you, Lisa. 2 more. Sorry. Exofa Terrestrial with a 5-pounder. Perhaps you saw the 3D shadow of a 4D being moving through our dimension. You may be interested in my video. Killed me with the accent, by the way. Nick Pope. What video? You may be interested in my new video. Oh, let me check it out. We're going to go to Exofa Terrestrial. Thanks for the 5-pounder, my friend. I'll go to your channel and we'll take a look. And Jennifer, for £2, it's happening now. It is. It is, Jennifer. Thanks, Coral. Sorry to step on your toes there. It wasn't on purpose. We're still working it out. Let's see. It's my fault today. My fault. Exofa, let's pull it up. Exo, there you are. I only have to type the letter X in the search on YouTube and you pop right up. The dangers of higher dimensions, dude. Oh, cool. Can I play it? Can I play this? I guess that's a yes. I need to hear it. I need to see it. Your description rang a bell for me, GoofOn. And for everybody who just super chatted close together, what do we do for you guys? Let's do this one. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thank you. I try to come up with different ways to thank without sounding like, heck yeah. All right, here we go. This one, now I'm playing this because it rang some familiarity with the Exofa Terrestrial of a video that he just posted several hours ago. I was just talking about seeing the grid being put into the sky in 2004. So let's see how this relates in any way. Thank you, Exofa Terrestrial.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Exofa here.
I recently ran a poll on my channel where I asked you where you thought these non-human intelligences might originate from. There were votes for each option, but a large amount of you voted for higher or parallel dimensions as your choice. So, I've decided to make this video as a sort of public safety announcement. If these things are interdimensional, I want you to be prepared and fully aware of the dangers you may face. To start, let's go over the dimensions we're used to.
I see wood. Oh, okay.
In 0 dimensions, all you have is a point. When you add a dimension, you can have a line. In 2 dimensions, you can have a square. And in 3 dimensions, our dimension, you can have a cube. If we were to go up one more dimension to 4D, we could have what is called a tesseract. We as 3D beings can't imagine a tesseract, but we can predict that its 3-dimensional shadow would look like this. All life as we know it lives in the 3rd dimension, which allows for solid matter to exist, and we have never discovered a form of life with less than 3 dimensions. Life would be extremely difficult for a 2D being. Not only could you only see lines, if you could see at all, but you would be unable to have a mouth and an anus without splitting apart. While this may not seem like good news for the interdimensional origin idea, it doesn't rule it out, as it may be the case that life requires a minimum of 3 dimensions to exist, and dimensions higher than ours are full of life. So, what would it be like to interact with a being from a dimension higher than ours? Like with the Tesseract, it's hard to imagine, but there are certain things we can predict. It helps to scale everything down a dimension when doing so. Then we can observe how I, as a 3D being, standing in for a 4D being, interact with this 2D being, standing in for a 3D being, that I have designed for this explanation. As you can see, it has all the necessary organs and no anus, for I am a merciful creator. So, this 2D being is going about its day, chilling out in its 2D house, when suddenly I, a higher dimensional being, spot it and decide to make contact. Hello, I say. Lovely day, isn't it? As I say this, my sound waves hit its dimension, and from its perspective, my words seem to come from everywhere at once. It begins to panic, unsure of what is happening. It wonders if it has gone insane. You lean in closer to try and speak to it more directly, and whisper so it doesn't get scared. Your sound waves hit the being's insides, and now it thinks there's a whispering voice coming from inside it. It truly has gone insane. You lean back. This is going to be harder than you thought. So, why did that happen? If we look at this 2D being, as 3D beings, we notice that we can see all of its insides and outsides at the same time. Nothing is hidden from us. This means we have access to every aspect of this creature's biology and can manipulate and communicate with it in ways that seem like magic. Scale it up so we are 4D beings talking to a human, and the human would perceive it as the omnipresent voice of God, or a voice coming from inside their own head. It's enough to start a religion about. But we aren't trying to be worshipped. We just want to make conversation.
That is some interesting stuff. Oh, Mr. D.B. Cooper. I will check that. Exopha Terrestrial, I will put the link to that in the, of course, I'll put it in the description. So if anybody wants to go check out the rest of the video, you can. I went about 40% through, so it's about 10 minutes long, got about 6 minutes left. So check that out. And thank you for letting me...
So we decide it's time to enter the lower dimension.
Play that.
And try a more...
Thanks for letting me play that. Mr. D.B. Cooper, that is pesos right there from what you said last night. Let me check PayPal. Oh, thank you. No. Oh my God, dude. Is that right? Oh, dude. I don't have to do that. It's $100. It's very nice of you, Mr. D.B. Cooper. Unbelievable, really. And also from Jacobus, excuse me, who also sent in PayPal today. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I still can't get over that creature we just looked at didn't have an anus. I don't know why that was even part of the story, but so be it. Thank you, Mr. D.B. Cooper, for the $102 here. I see that. And Jacobus R. Let me do this for you guys. You guys are very freaking unbelievable. Freaking unbelievable, Mr. D.B. Cooper 77 and Jacobus for your PayPal. All over Piggy Bank's back. This is an adult show, mind you. Means can survive with you in other matter. Haha, that story was fascinating. Thanks for the awesome continuing support, Mr. D.B. Cooper and Jacobus. Everybody tonight, really unbelievable. We're not done. No, we got more to do. More to do. All right. My God, you guys are incredible. I can't believe you just did that, bro. Jennifer, too. What are you doing? Jennifer with £5 says, Rich, how can you say this is not a new world order? There is nowhere to hide worldwide. Ah. That is true. Jennifer, I never thought of it that way. Wow. You just blew my mind. Thank you. Yeah. It is a new world order, really. Holy crap. I just got goosebumps. Man, thank you. Jennifer, see? The smartest people here. I can't get over. You just blew me away. Now you just changed everything for me. I didn't think of it that way. That's what they wanted. That's what the New World Order is supposed to be. Everybody can be watched. Everybody can be monitored. And they know how much money you're spending. The whole world. You can't hide. With over 6 billion phones out there that are all tracked. Even when you have it on airplane mode, they can still track you. Oh my God, Jennifer, beautiful. Thank you for that. What a great freaking super chat. Hey, you know, I've talked about Christina Gomez, right? She's a girl who had a YouTube channel about UFOs, or like a talk show thing like we do here, and brand new to the field. She was doing rather well, getting in with the Twitter community, believing the bullshit, can't ask a hard question to anybody. So people liked her. It was easy to get things over on her. Very nice girl. Nothing wrong with her. Just she doesn't know shit. Then she got her channel removed by YouTube for whatever reason. She cried about it. People felt bad. Oh, poor little Christina. Poor little Christina. She lost her channel. She won't be able to do anything ever again. And then she gets picked up by a very popular radio station. She says, first good hair day on Saturday for a long time. She does have really good hair. I have to admit. Very nice teeth. She's attractive. Not my speed, but working on new show details for Strange Paradigms, a live panel-based chat show which will either be on a Sunday or Monday evening each week, covering a wide variety of fringe topics. And you got to show a little cleavage while you're on top of that. Gee, I wonder why somebody picked her up and put her on a popular show. Makes me wonder. Yes, I went there. Absolutely I did. Abso-freaking-lutely I did. It's, what field are we in? Does anybody know? We're in ufology, right? Right? What is ufology generally made of? 86% male from 35 to 65. Come on. Do the math. 1 plus 1 equals 2. 2 tits and a nice head of hair. Because she's not that bright. She doesn't get it. She doesn't do real reporting on anything. She's just an echo of what other people like Lou say, Mellon say, Nick say, Dolan say. That's all. I'm not cutting her down or anything. I'm just telling you. I lost my show. Nobody picked me up. Poor Rich. Nobody gave a shit about what happened when we got shut down on Blog Talk Radio. Fucking. You guys, that's the problem with this field. You guys are fucking dumb. You know what I mean. Guys are stupid when it comes to women. Stupid. We're dumb. I don't blame her at all. She should take advantage of every opportunity. She's not looking slutty. She's not looking, trampy. She's not saying the wrong thing. She's just an attractive woman with large breasts that she shows quite often to this manner. And if I had that body, I would do the same thing. Come on, she knows what she's doing. And that's not sexist at all. Stop it. That's truth. Don't say, look at her face, she's so innocent. Yeah, so are Catholic girls. Guys are so freaking gullible. Let's give her a job. Maybe we could screw her. Maybe we could have sex with her. That's all they're thinking about. Let's give her this. Oh, we could bang that girl. Look, I'm a guy. I know what guys think. And women are going to be like, no, that's wrong. She's very smart. You're wrong. I've listened to Christina Gomez. For ufology, the lights are on, but nobody's home. She doesn't get it or doesn't want to get it. And she's taking advantage of a situation, whereas I would have to start from scratch again. Oh, but Rich, you say things that are controversial. I create discussion from being controversial. And I'll be honest with you, I don't think I'm controversial at all. I'm telling you what's really happening behind the scenes. I just had validation, vindication of truth that the whole time the threat was China or Russia. No, and a lot of you said, no, you're wrong, they're UFOs, UAPs. You just don't believe it, you don't believe anything, you don't open your mind. I'm the most open-minded guy I know. I'm a realist, though. What makes more sense? The aliens are playing peekaboo? Or it could be hologram technology, light speed technology. Who knows? You're going to take the word of Fravor and of Kevin Day, a guy who really was a little bit mental. Come to think of it, the radar operator. Oh, Cahill, 7 people. Sean Cahill, too. I forgot about Cahill. Don't get mad at me because of what I said about Christina Gomez. It's 1,000,000% true. Don't think they took her because she's as good as Joe Rogan. Okay? Don't think they took her for her years of knowledge in ufology. I have more experience than I think she's old than her age. I know, she's like 26 something, I don't know. So, say what you want about me. Go ahead. I'm a UFO bully sexist now. Because Christina Gomez is showing her cleavage and her beautiful hair. And you're going to tell me she's working it. She's working it. And I applaud her for it. Because nothing I like more than to see cleavage on a fairly attractive woman who looks like the girl next door that would never do such a thing. Don't say that about Christina Gomez. Come on, man. She gets more probed than I do, probably. Huh? There was a body found in Antarctica ice. Did you hear about this? Scientists have found an incredible secret below the ice of Antarctica. On January 27, 1820, a group of Russian explorers became the first to lay eyes on Antarctica. They sighted an ice shelf that bordered what is known as the Queen Maud's land. While our understanding last discovered where is it? I thought I would open it up. All right, never mind. Black triangular-shaped UFO spotted hovering over Islamabad, Pakistan. Islamabad, I know. Hey, am I bad or you bad? What's this guy saying? Rich, will you do a show for credible people, events, and ufology? I always do. Thank you for asking. Thank you. But guys are mad at me for saying that they're stupid when it comes to men. Have you ever been to a topless bar? A nudie bar? Have you? If you've never been to a topless bar, I'll give you an example of the scene. Imagine being in an auditorium with 300 people. And a girl comes walking up to somebody in the front row. And she goes, "Would you like me to dance for you?" And the guy says, "Sure." Takes out 10 or 20, whatever the dance is. She goes like this to the side, lifts up her G-string, pulls it away from her waist so the guy can slip it in. And the music turns on. Now, while she's dancing in front of this guy, bending over with her G-string on, rubbing her breasts on his chest and getting close so he can smell her, and she gets so close that glitter gets on his face and his neck and his hair, all over his clothes. Do you know why those women wear glitter? I'll tell you why. And the place I worked at, they banned it. And if any girl wore glitter, they were fired on the spot. Because men go home with that on their body. It's hard to get off. And what women do in the topless field, they don't like men, a lot of them. Eventually, they become very jaded towards men because they see what men really are when it comes to sex and money and drugs. And they want to get back at them for cheating on their wives while they're at the topless bar, which it really isn't cheating, but it's a mental cheat. It's the same in a way. Now, this woman is dancing in front of 300 strangers, and everybody's watching. And the guy who's getting the lap dance in this auditorium's just sitting there with his legs open, his hands at his side, doing this. And then every now and then she'd get close enough and you'd see his fingers try to reach out and feel the softness of her thigh. Or she turns around and he's trying to get close. Like he's never seen this creature before. And meanwhile, the rest of the guys are sitting there. Can you believe it? You see this? And then all of a sudden, from behind the stage comes 20 other girls. And they all start going to different guys. And there's some girls in the audience. Meanwhile, now you got 20 girls dancing out of 300 guys. And everybody's just sitting there watching the guys get dances. You know, there'll be a girl dancing right next to a guy who's not getting a dance. And he's sitting there watching the whole thing. It's a weird lifestyle. It is weird to have a girl 95% naked dancing in front of 300 men, but it's just for you. Would you ask her out? Oh, I'm in love with her. And the guys get all googly. Oh, my God, she's so pretty. Oh, you're so beautiful. Why are you doing this, sweetheart? You come for me. I'll pay for your way. I'll buy you an apartment. I'll give you a car. Huh? Oh, you can afford it yourself. Very smart girl. Very smart. Very smart. Very smart. Me? No, I'm not married. This ring? I did that for you. That was to keep you away from me. That's why I get that thing off. I don't want that on her. There, see? I'm not married. I'm not married, sweetheart. Forget this place. Who am I? You want to know my real name, sweetheart? What's your real name? I know it's not Crystal Ice. Cinnamon? Cinnamon? That's another Ray Romano reference. That was Robert's ex-wife's stripper. She used to be a stripper, and her name was Cinnamon. Anyway, it's a weird life. I used to work at the bar, the topless bars. I know what goes on. My second day there, the first time I ever worked at a place like that, I was bored with it. Didn't even care. And I didn't like that. I didn't like that I got desensitized to the things that I wanted to see every day. A girl would come walking up to you and nothing on, and it doesn't do anything for you. Well, it does, but it doesn't. You know what I mean? It's weird. That whole environment is just wrong. I think it's wrong. I don't like it. And that's why men are stupid when it comes to women. You're going to give this girl hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars because she looked at you, smiled at you, danced in front of you naked. What, do you want to take that girl home? Go for it. You think she doesn't do that to every guy? Come on. Come on. Guys, we're 85% of ufology. Stop acting like creepers. I don't know why I got it. Christina Gomez got me into that. All right, last thing. Whistle at me and open the door for me any day. Me? You talking about me? Me? All right. Jennifer, I'll remember that. Where do you live? Thank you for that $2, 2 pounds, another 2 pounds. You've been really unbelievably supportive today on this Saturday, February 5th. Saturday in the UK. One more thing. I want to show you this black triangle. Thank you, Jennifer. G bless. Alien bless you. Sin o men. Wow, Barry. How you doing, by the way? Great. That's freaking unbelievable what you just said there. I love that. It is Sino Man. Check this out.
Zooms 9x.
Where is this from?
Maximum zoom is. I don't think that thing is moving. It's either the clouds or my hand. That thing has been there for the past 1 hour now. More than 1 hour now.
1 hour? Did he say it's been there an hour?
That thing has been there for the past 1 hour now. More than 1 hour now.
What is he saying? I can't understand it.
That thing has been there for the past 1 hour now. More than 1 hour now.
It sounds like he's saying 100 hours. What did he say? Yeah, 1 hour. Okay.
Very, very good. It's definitely not a drone. I mean, I was flying a drone.
Well, he's not focused, number one. He can zoom in, but he can't focus because it's a phone.
Drones, they can't really last this long.
That's the problem with phones. You could zoom in and out, but you can't focus. My phone and certain phones, you really can. Like on my phone, if I want to zoom in, I can zoom in. But if I touch the point, if I touch the screen, like if I touch this thing, it would actually sharpen it. So I think some phones are getting that more and more. But this phone, you would think he would focus, but that's not focused. And that does not look like a triangle unless there's another sighting on here. He never gets any closer. There's a bird. Yep, there it is, triangle.
There's a bird.
Wow, that thing's just sitting there. Okay, that's...
Same.
Oh wait, it's moving. Oh, that's a drone. That's a drone. This guy's lying out his... It's a drone. It's a drone. I just saw it. It's 100% a drone. You can see how it's moving back and forth. That's a drone.
See the whole sky, the rest of it,
That's a drone.
It's just an odd...
We don't have a timestamp. We see edits. We don't know this is up there an hour. No, not buying it. And that was over Islamabad in Pakistan. I'm not buying it. Yeah, it's his own drone. Absolutely, Mario. Absolutely. Yep. Ivan, yep. Richie, the guy is using a cheap phone. Not many Pakistanis can afford $1,000. Yeah, well, you might be right. Yeah, that's true. Well, that's not my fault. Like I always said, get a camera. That's a good sighting anyway. If it was a freaking UFO, but it's not. It's a drone. Did you see it? How it moved? It's a drone. Grab a good cup of coffee. Oh, thank you. Emma Crane with $4.50 pounder. Thank you so much. First time supporter, I think. Thank you very much. Mucho gusto, General. As a matter of fact, we'll give you this one because it's your first time. Emma Crane, thank you for the $4.50 pounder. I will grab a good cup of coffee on you. Thank you. I will. Mucho gusto, generoso. Emma Crane, everybody. Yeah. Thank you very much, everybody. We're done. Tomorrow we're off, but there will be a third phase UFO report. There will also be this weekend, maybe tonight or tomorrow, there will be a video for the patrons. And I try to do that twice a month for you guys, but it was a month ago when I put up the Law of Attraction video. And if you guys haven't seen that yet, check it out. It's on the channel now, but it's a very good video about the Law of Attraction. There's a couple of things I've done recently with the Law of Attraction that worked within 24 hours. And I couldn't believe it. I'm not going to tell you because one of them is very personal. And the other one is, I don't want to mention it. But let me just tell you, it works. Thank you, moderators, super chatters. Thank you for your support, your help in the chat room, making this place enjoyable for myself and for you. Thank you for keeping it smooth and Very friendly. Thank you, veterans and newcomers. I appreciate it. If you like the show, I always tell everybody, you got to watch more than one show. Don't just base it on one show. Watch a couple. It's something I think that is an acquired taste. I do. And this show is also a guilty pleasure where you may watch it, but you don't admit you do. And that's okay. I just want people to understand that we're serious, yet we have fun. I try anyway. So thank you for all of that. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. You can still continue to support the show even after it ends. All the links are in the description and on the homepage of Goof On here on YouTube, Patreon, PayPal, and Cash App. You can do that after the show. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget to thumb up. We need 200 thumbs up, and leave a comment. If you wanted me to talk about any topic or have a question, go ahead and put it there, or you could email me at goofonradio@gmail.com. We are Goof On. We'll be back Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 Pacific. Goof On is Truth On. For ufology. Stupid.
There's a lunar thing. It's rotating.
What was in the skies over and why did it downwards treasured sites in Christianity?
UFO, bright light, descending over